One of our ongoing concerns is students' inappropriate behaviour online, particularly the embarrassment, humiliation and hurt it causes. I recently found an excellent article by Professor Elizabeth Candle Englander, which explains the psychology behind digital behaviour, and I think will be very helpful for students to understand. Englander notes there are 5 key principles about the ways that communication changes in a digital environment. Principle 1. Communicating online is different from talking to someone face to face. Our brains have evolved for face-to-face communication. When we say things to a person in a private, intimate situation, we never want it repeated often. But in a digital situation, everything we say can easily be passed on to a large audience. Students should be reminded that an intimate digital environment can always become public. Principle 2. Talking digitally can make you feel uninhibited and lead you to say or do things you might not say or do anywhere else. In adolescent context, callousness can seem cool. However, many children stop being spiteful when they see the hurt on their targets' faces. In a digital environment where there are no contextual cues, a disinhibition kicks in, and children may say and do things that they would never do and say face to face. Students should be reminded to always consider how others will feel about reading or seeing what they're saying and doing. Principle 3. Texting or posting back and forth about a feeling can cause that feeling to escalate, and that can make the situation worse. There's a cognitive effect in psychology known as priming. This is where you expose yourself to a feeling by reading about it repeatedly, which causes the feelings to artificially escalate. This can have a significant impact in an online environment where the act of texting back and forth feelings of anger or sadness can make the feelings seem more intense. Students should be made aware that doing a lot of texting or posting when they are angry or upset can make them feel worse, not better. Principle 4. Be aware of your surroundings when you are online. The physical environment affects our perceptions of privacy. In a physically private space like a bedroom, children are more likely to believe that their communication is private. Of course, the privacy of the physical space you're in has nothing to do with the likelihood of your communication being shared with others. Students should be reminded that the physical space they're in can wrongly influence their perception of privacy. All online communication is potentially public. And Principle 5. Anyone can be a victim online. Social power and popularity tend to be stable. Online power structures tend to be much more volatile. This surprises students, particularly those who have social power in school and then realise they can't control something they've started online. Students need to be made aware that digital environments have a power of their own. They can't control the digital actions of others, and others will often not adhere to the social system that operates in a real-world environment. These principles don't solve all cyber misuse and bullying, but will help students think in a more intelligent way about the use of digital technology, and may help them deal with the many reasonable and irrational people they will encounter online. I highly recommend you read the article with your daughter.